Andy, you know what that music say?
Yes, sir, Amos. That music say, good health to all from Rexall, the stores with the orange and blue sign.
Yes, 10,000 independent Rexall druggists at the stores with the orange and blue sign bring you transcribed the Amos and Andy Show, written by Joe Connolly and Bob Mosier, featuring Ernestine Wade, Johnny Lee, Amanda Randolph, Corny Anderson, Amos Reese, Jeff Alexander's music, yours truly, Harlow Wilcox, and starring radio's all-time favorites, Freeman Gosden and Charles Correll. Amos and Andy!
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I am Charles Correll. I think you know by now about Rexall's famous money-back guarantee. Some folks wonder how the Rexall druggist can afford to offer such an unconditional guarantee. Well, the answer is simple. Almost all Rexall customers are so completely satisfied that they have no desire to return a Rexall product. But remember, if you ever should, there'll be no questions asked. You'll get your money back at once and willingly. Any Rexall drug product you buy is backed by this unconditional money-back guarantee.
Well, tonight, the Kingfish, Sapphire, and her mother attended the Lenox Avenue Cotillion Ball. And strange as it may seem, Mama got quite a play from Reginald DeWinters, the wealthiest and most eligible bachelor in the neighborhood. They've just come back to the apartment, and Mama is really living it up.
After the ball is over, after the break of day,
Holy mackerel, Mama, quiet down there. I ain't here screeching and hollering like that since back on the farm when the hound dog sat down in the bear trap.
I'm alone, George. She's so happy. Why, I won't be a bit surprised if after tonight that Mr. DeWinters asks her to marry him. Oh, yes. Reggie insisted on dancing every dance with me. I expected him to pop the question right down the floor.
Yeah, the way the old buzzard was straining herself doing the rumba, I thought he was going to pop something around there.
It would be a wonderful thing, George, if Mama did marry a wealthy man like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being a bridesmaid to him and his money myself.
Oh, he's so romantic. When he held me in his arms, I just got goose pimples all over.
Oh, Mama, take it easy there. You getting romantic notions over a man at your age? That's like having a stuffed owl in the pawn shop window laying an egg.
Huh? Well, there certainly ain't no romance in you, George. Does you ever take me out, send me flowers, or bring me candy like you done when you was courting me?
Listen, Sapphire, a married man bringing his wife presents and gifts, that's like greasing the weirs after the ship has been launched.
Now, look here, George. Tonight I is full of sweetness and light and the joy of love. But if you don't shut your big fat mouth, I'm going to take my fist and rabbit punch you in the never land.
I ain't saying nothing.
George, this may be Mama's last chance. And this time, I don't want you interfering or doing nothing to spoil the romance, like your wild schemes or chiseling ways.
Now, listen, if that face of Mama's ain't sunk the ship of romance, there ain't nothing I can do or say that will scuttle the old barge. Yes, Brother Andy, Sapphire and Mama were still carrying on about the Mr. DeWinters this morning.
Yeah, so your mom-in-law's got herself a boyfriend. Well, that is something, Kingfish. What did the old buzzard look like?
Well, he's kind of hard to describe, Andy. He was up to the apartment the other night. He's got the upper plate wobble, his joints creak, and Sapphire's pork chop started his stomach rumbling. He's one of the noisiest old men I done ever see it.
Yeah, well, that sounds like something, all right.
Yeah, then the boy's like a 1922 Franklin. He's tight where he ought to be loose and loose where he should be tight. I tell you, Andy, I think the only thing that's holding him together is his varicose veins.
Yeah, well, listen, Kingfish, your mama ain't too much. She got her teeth from the dentist, her transformation from the beauty parlor, her eyelashes from the drugstore, and her figure from the U.S. Rubber Company. I'll tell you something, Kingfish. That old lady's appeal comes to you through the courtesy of 5 different industries.
Between now and the wedding, a strike in one of them industries could kill the romance, couldn't it?
Sure could. You say the old boy's got money, huh?
Yeah, well, I looked him up in Dun and Bradstreet. Yeah, the boy may not be a thing of beauty, but his money is a joy forever, you know it?
Yeah. And if he marries your mom-in-law, you and Sapphire would be the beneficiaries if he kicked the bucket, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is so decrepit, I don't think he's going to hold out too long, Andy. I'm going to try to talk him into a Niagara Falls honeymoon.
Yeah.
With a little luck, he might shuffle off to Buffalo in the baggage car ahead, too.
Well, you sure this guy ain't no phony lover boy, no Don Juan Capistrano?
Oh, no. There ain't no danger of that's with Mr. DeWinters. No. I even checked him out with the local credit association.
You did, huh? What'd they say?
Well, I didn't understand all the technical terms, but roughly speaking, Andy, if he was a side of beef, his pot roast would be graded A1. That's what they said.
Yeah, well, Kingfish, as far as the matrimonial race is concerned, you finally got the right man for that old filly. I just hope nothing happens that she bows a tendon in the stretch.
Yeah, you're right there. Well, let me get in my apartment, sure. I wonder if there's any new happenings on Mama's romance today.
Daughter, what a terrible thing.
Oh, holy mackerel, Sapphire. What's the matter with your mama? Has she got hysterics or is she on a vanilla extract jag again?
George, don't talk like that. Mama's all broken up. Mr. DeWinters has got another girlfriend.
Now, wait a minute, here. He can't have another girlfriend. I think we was dealing with Father Time. Now it turns out that he's a smooch-happy old man, huh?
Her name is Mary Belle Turner. She's a widow with 4 children that lives over on 138th Street. Her picture was in the society column this morning.
Oh, how could he do it? I thought he loved me. Oh!
Well, tell me this. What did you do to queer the deal, Mama? Let him get a look at you in the daylight? I told you to stay in the house till after dark.
George, what is we gonna do? Ain't it awful, Mr. DeWinters having another light of love?
Light of love. Yeah, but the thing to do is to put out that flame. And I think I know just the big fat fire extinguisher for the job, too. And
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist, one like those in your own hometown. We've made the word Rexall part of our own store names because we recommend and sell Rexall products. For example, when a customer needs an antiseptic or mouthwash or gargle, we recommend Rexall MI 31 for all 3. So effective is this multipurpose antiseptic that it actually kills contacted germs in seconds. Yet, MI 31 will not harm delicate membranes of the mouth or throat. Furthermore, you get an extra measure of protection for your money with the thrifty full pint bottle. So, for an economical and most effective antiseptic mouthwash or gargle, ask for Rexall MI 31, available at Rexall drug stores everywhere.
well, I got a picture of that Mary Belle Turner out of the newspaper here. If them 4 kids of hers look anything like their mama, I'm going to have to talk Andy into a pretty nasty menagerie here. I asked Andy to come over here. I sure hope that when he gets here that,
Hi, Kingfish. Say, did you want to see me about something?
Now listen, Andy, I got a proposition to put up to you.
Yeah.
I ain't going to be like the Russians at the UN. I ain't going to give you none of them Vysinski verbs or that Molotov malarkey. I'm going to lay my cards right on the table.
Yeah, well, what's up, Ivan?
And I'm going to level with you here, boy. I'm going to start off by showing you a picture.
Yeah.
But before I does, I want you to sit down and take a good grip on the arm of the chair there. Sit down there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Sit down.
Yeah. Now go ahead.
Now, look here. I asked you to come over here after lunch, Andy, because I didn't want this to hit you on an empty stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you ready?
Yeah.
Here is the picture, Andy. There you
I hate to be nosy, Kingfish, but what is it?
What is it? It's a woman.
Oh. From what planet?
Oh, no, Andy. That's a genuine woman.
No fooling.
See there? She is horseback riding in the park. She does look a little different because she's wearing a riding habit. She's holding the horse on the bridle there, you see.
Yeah, well, what's the proposition?
Well, Andy, I'm going to give you $500 if you marries that woman.
Let me see that picture again. What's the deal if I marries the horse?
Now, look, Andy, I'm going to explain it to you. This here is a widow, Mrs. Maribel Turner, Mama's rival for the love and affliction of Reginald DeWinters, you see.
Yeah, well, I still don't see where I fits in.
Well, now, look, Andy, I wants to hitch up my mama-in-law to this rich old rattler, Mr. DeWinters.
Yeah.
So, like on the railroad, I got to have a clear track.
Mm.
And I was counting on you as the switch engine to push this loose caboose off to a siding.
Yeah, well, I see your plan here, and I'd like to be the switch engine and everything, but looking at that gal's face, I don't think $500 is enough to steam up my boiler.
Look, Andy, I'm going to tell you what, I'll make it $1,000.
Let me see that picture again. Boy, she sure has got better looking in the last few minutes. Right now, she looks almost as good as the horse. Okay, Kingfish, it's a deal.
Congratulations, Andy. It ain't every man that can become a husband and the father of 4 children all in one sitting.
Yeah, well, I can, 4 children. Nothing doing, Kingfish. I ain't gonna get no family on the wholesale basis.
Now, wait a minute, Andy. Think what you was missing. You never had no offspring of your own. Little children running around the house. Oh, be great for you, boy.
Yeah, well, I likes kids, all right. Yeah, Daddy Andy. Oh, boy, I could have a lot of fun with them.
Oh, sure, Andy. It might be profitable for you, too. One of them is bound to be around 10 or 12 years old. You can get a waiver on the child labor laws and put him out on a paper road.
Yeah, that's right. I could do that.
Then at night, you could bounce him on your knee and shake the loose change out of his pocket at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. You suppose any of them going to be little bitsy kids?
Well, Andy, I understand the youngest one. The youngest one's name is Clarence.
Clarence.
Yeah. Tell you what, Andy. Why don't we go over and pay a social call on Mrs. Turner and her happy little family?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. And on the way over, I think I'll stop by the toy store and get a cuddly teddy bear for little Clarence.
Yeah. Get him a teddy bear. That's the thing. Get in good with the kids. That's the secret. See?
Oh, yeah. I think I'll pick up some lumps of sugar, too. While I was at it, I might as well get in good with the horse.
Yeah. Well, here we is, Andy. 36 West 138th Street. Yeah, look on the card there. Mrs. Maribel Turner, apartment 1A. Here we is, boy. That's it.
Ain't this a cute little teddy bear I bought? It makes goo-goo eyes and squeaks at you when I twist its tail. See there, look.
That's cute, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll ring the bell, Andy. Yeah, little Clarence ought to get a big kick out of that. Wait a minute. Somebody coming to the door now.
Yeah.
Whatever you're selling, we don't want any.
Excuse me for protruding, mister, but we'd like to see Mrs. Maribel Turner.
She ain't home. What do you want?
Well, nothing, mister. We'd just like to pay a little social call on her.
Look, she happens to be engaged to a very wealthy man, Mr. DeWinters, and she wouldn't want to see a couple of mugs like you.
Yes, I guess she wouldn't at that, yeah.
What have you got there?
Oh, this is a teddy bear for little Clarence.
I'll take it. And I'll tell Mom you was here.
Mom?
Yeah, I'm Clarence. Thanks a lot.
Holy mackerel, Kingfish. If Clarence is the youngest, I'd hate to see the oldest.
Yeah, Andy, we is in trouble here, boy. I understand Clarence is the run of the litter.
The run. What must we do now, Kingfish?
Andy, I think we better see our lawyer, Algonquin J. Calhoun.
Yeah, I don't think I want to get in that family anyway. I don't want no child that can put me across his knee.
I don't blame you. Calhoun, is you busy? We got to see you.
No, boys. I just sitting here reading a postcard from my cousin Murgatroyd.
Murgatroyd, huh? The crazy bebop hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he doing now?
Oh, him and his band is playing over in England. Last week he done flew over on an airplane.
No fooling.
Yeah, and during the flight, just before dinner, the stewardess asked Murgatroyd if he'd have a drink. And he said, yeah, he'd have a highball. And just as he took the first sip out of the drink, the plane hit one of them downward drafts and dropped straight down for 1,000 feet. Murgatroyd done wound up in the baggage rack.
Holy mackerel.
And the stewardess asked him, she said, is everything all right? And Murgatroyd said, yeah, but take this thing back and put some more soda in it.
He thought he had a brownie there, didn't he? Yeah, well, we got a problem, Calhoun. Now, listen, my mom-in-law has been going around with that rich Mr. DeWinters.
Yeah.
Now, I thought they was going to get nuptialated up, but it turns out that he has got another girlfriend.
Yeah, she's a widow, Mrs. Turner, with 4 children.
Well, you is in trouble. When them widows with children get their hooks on a man, they usually hangs on like a bulldog with a soup bone.
Well, now, Calhoun, can you think of any way that we could bust up that romance so that Mama would have a clear field?
Yeah, now, let's see. You say Miss Turner's a widow. What done happened to her husband?
Well, he done disappeared years ago. That's all we know.
Yeah, well, suppose this boy was to play a return engagement.
Yeah, but she'd know her own husband.
Yeah, but now, wait a minute there. Now, hold on. Suppose you could go to this Mr. DeWinters with some evidence that the widow's husband is still alive and kicking. You know, there ain't nothing that can queer a marriage like the fact that your finances got a husband.
Yeah, that's what we'll do, too. That's a good idea. We'll fake up some kind of evidence that Mrs. Turner's husband is still among the living.
Yeah.
Oh, you got great advice there, Calhoun.
Yeah, I know. You know, boys, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if one of these days I got married myself.
Yeah, is that right?
Oh, man, yeah. I'm going with a beautiful gal right now. Only trouble is that lately, every time I call on her, round about 10 o'clock, she always says she got a headache and would I mind leaving.
She says she have a headache every night at 10. Huh?
Yeah. A funny thing happened last night, though. Just as I was leaving her place, the phone rung, and I answered it. Well, at first I was a little suspicious, but it turned out to be a wrong number.
A wrong number?
Yeah, it was some fish market calling a restaurant.
Fish market?
Yeah, some man wanted to know if the shrimp was gone yet.
This is Harlow Wilcox with a very lovely lady and her beauty secret.
Smart women are through with old-fashioned, time-wasting cosmetics, thanks to the new line of modern Ann Delafield beauty aids. Why bother with pasty powder base when Ann Delafield's powders have the foundation built in? Why put on lipstick every few minutes when Ann Delafield's lipstick stays on incredibly long, yet stays creamy? And it doubles beautifully as a cream rouge.
How about face creams?
Now there's Ann Delafield's answer to every woman with a head on her shoulders. Ann Delafield's all-purpose deep cream is all creams in one. And believe me, that deep cream gets right in and cleanses and lubricates. It's an eye cream, neck cream, a day and night cream.
And don't forget Ann Delafield's handy eye makeup compact and her skin freshener and cologne.
Remember, too, and Delafield's 6 sensible beauty aids are sold exclusively at Rexall drugstores.
Well, Andy, this is Mr. DeWinters' hotel room right here now. And I don't want you to forget that you is a sailor that has got news of Mrs. Turner's long-lost husband.
Yeah. Is you sure we got these sailor pants on right? I always thought they buttoned in the front.
Oh, no, Andy. With that pea jacket and that stocking cap there, why, you look like the famous pirate Long John Silverstein.
Yeah. Well, ring the bell, King.
Yeah. Now, just to look authentic, Andy, walk a little bow-legged with sort of a swagger.
The way these pants is buttoned, there ain't no other way I can walk.
Yes. Can I help you? Well, if it isn't Ramona's son-in-law, George Stevens. What can I do for you, George?
Well, I'd like to come in, Mr. DeWinters. I got something to tell you in conference, and I don't want to talk out here in the hall where anyone can eavesdribble on us.
Well, come right on in.
Yeah, sir, thank you very much, sir.
And who is this person here, George?
Oh, allow me to introduce Scuttlebutt Brown, the famous sailor and seagoing mariner.
Yes, sir. I done marinated all over the world.
Yeah.
Well, and what has this sailor got to do with me, George?
Well, it so happens that Scuttlebutt here has got information pertaining to the husband of one Mary Bell Turner.
News of my fiance's husband?
Yeah, it seems the reports of his decreasement ain't all they was cracked up to be.
You mean he's alive?
Yeah, we has all got information that the boy done boomerang back from the great beyond.
Good heavens. Do you have any proof of this?
Yes, we is. Sailor Brown here done found a note from the not-so-late Mr. Turner. He found it floating in a bottle in the middle of the sour gastric sea.
Yeah, truth is, we was cruising along when all of a sudden I heard the lookout holler, "Milk bottle 3 degrees off the poop deck."
And as soon as Sailor Brown read the message, he knowed it was reporting, so he brung it to me.
Now, this is almost impossible to believe. Mrs. Turner's husband alive after all these years?
Yeah, well, here the proof of it right here. I done brung the milk bottle with me. Let me get the note out of here. Here we are. Leave 3 quarts Monday. Wait a minute. No, that's it. Here's the authentic note right here. Look at there. Still got a couple of barnacles clinging to it there.
Oh, yeah, I got that note just in time. When I picked up the bottle, there was a halibut in there nibbling on the postscript.
Now, Mr. DeWinters, let me read it to you. Say here, to whom it may concern, especially anyone thinking of marrying my wife, the widow Turner. Say here, I recently visited 2 doctors here on this deserted island that informs me that I ain't dead. And I has taken this opportunity informing you of the same. Please excuse handwriting, as I is writing with a lobster claw dipped in blueberry juice, and the lobster is still wiggling. That's what it is.
Good heavens. He disappeared 18 years ago. He can't have any claim on her now.
Yeah, well, I don't think the boy feels that way. He say, I guess the news on the seaweed vine that my wife is thinking of remarrying. You may think I is fussy, but I don't like the idea of my wife having more than one husband. I is leaving immediately on the 9:15 outrigger canoe, accompanied by 6 knives, a pistol, and my old whaling gear. Signed Mary Bell's undecreased husband, breathing and kicking Turner. That's what it says.
Oh, dear me. You don't think he'll harm me in any way, do you?
Well, I tell you, during the wedding ceremony, if you should turn around and find a harpoon between your shoulders, just remember that he made the wedding. That's
all. Oh, me. I can tell you right now, though, I have no intention of marrying that Mrs. Turner.
Yeah, well, you're doing the smart thing, all right. Shipwrecked sailors is pretty desperate characters, ain't they, Scuttlebutt?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. I wouldn't want to come between a fellow that's been shipwrecked 18 years and his wife. It takes more than a subpoena to hold a boy like that off.
Hey, he say there's some pretty desperate things here in the letter before he signs off with love and kisses.
Oh, my goodness. This is terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah, well, we got to go now. Sailor Brown got to make a ship, don't you, Sailor?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, can I keep the message?
Yeah, but give us the bottle. We can get 2 cents back on it from the dairy. Oh, yeah, Amos. Me and the Kingfish here really scared off that old boy on marrying Mrs. Turner.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It sounds like a awful dirty trick to do. Don't you feel that way, Kingfish? Well, now, listen, Amos. This is the last chance I got to unload my mother-in-law. And with that kiss of hers, I can't afford to take no chances, you see.
Yeah, it ain't no time to start using the Marquis of Gooseberry rules, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, Kingfish, what makes you so sure now that Mr. DeWinters is going to marry your mother-in-law? Well, he called up this morning, Amos, and he said he wanted to meet her for lunch. He said that he had something very important to discuss with her about marriage.
Yeah, there you is. He'll probably pop the question over the chicken croquettes.
Yeah, well, here's my apartment, boys. I'm going in and find out when the wedding date is. I'll invite you all.
Well, good luck to you. So long,
So
King.
long, Kingfish. Well, here comes the bride, 4 feet wide. Well, Sapphire, Mama, is home.
Oh, dear me.
Holy smokes, what's the matter? This time she sounds like she's been drinking my hair tonic.
Oh, George, Mama had lunch with Mr. DeWinters today, and he told her all about the widow Turner.
Yes, he'd been trying to get rid of her for years. And then when he met me, he fell in love and said he wanted to marry me more than anything else in the world. He told us that 3 days ago.
Yeah, well, if he wants to marry you, what in the world is you crying about?
Somebody showed him a threatening letter from Miss Turner's husband. Mr. DeWinters was so scared he left town an hour ago without leaving a forwarded address.
This is your Rexall family druggist again with a reminder about Rexall's time-tested formula for acid indigestion. Have Rexall Bismarex on hand to relieve your discomfort promptly. And remember, Bismarex continues to provide relief for hours thanks to its exclusive relay action. So don't wait for a sudden attack of acid indigestion. Be ready with Bismarex. That's spelled Bisma-Rex. Rexall Bismarex. Available at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Freeman Gosden. I would like to remind you about the United Negro College Fund. Anything you can contribute to this fund helps 31 Negro colleges train teachers, doctors, ministers, lawyers, and skilled technicians. During the coming weeks, the United Negro College Fund will have campaigns in many cities and towns to raise funds. This cause is worthy of all the support you can give it.
It really is, folks. So do everything you can.
Thank you and good night.
See you next Sunday.
There's no finer, faster-acting aspirin known than Rexall aspirin.
Ask for Rexall aspirin at Rexall drugstores everywhere, the stores with the orange and blue sign. Be sure to be with us at the same time next Sunday when your Rexall druggist will again present the Amos and Andy Show, transcribed and directed by Cliff Howell. Stay tuned for the Bing Crosby program, which follows immediately over most of these same stations.
This is the CBS Radio Network.